Hey guys, welcome back again to another commentary on Craig's Kitchen. Today we're doing episode 2 of season 1. Now, fun fact, this is actually the third episode we recorded, so we're a little bit more in our groove now. And this is our last episode in a 3 episode shooting spree where we did episode 1, episode 4, and episode 2 all in one day. We shot them all back to back. This episode is the sandwich.
Next, got the mango chipotle salmon, sweet and spicy.
Where we just put a bunch of stuff in a sandwich, but of course Craig's Kitchen style, where we it's just a whole bunch of different stuff where we're like not exactly sure if it's going to go together, but we see that it ends up going out pretty good in the end. Now, we figured we wanted something that would be fairly easy, but we wanted to turn it up a little bit. So we got this giant, this egg bread, the challah, and just filled it with a whole bunch of stuff. We got turkey, we got beans, we got bacon, and we got this special blueberry chipotle bourbon barbecue sauce, which is like the super special ingredient for the episode.
Alright, so went ahead and took care of all the prep work. So let's see what we're working with.
Now this episode we kind of we were trying something a little bit different where we kind of just like prepped all of the food and then just kind of got right into it. We didn't really show a lot of cooking. It was more a lot of the creation of sorts. We actually behind the scenes we actually cheated a little bit. That is maple bacon from the first episode where we made some bacon and then like slathered it in maple syrup because it's really good. We also took that bacon grease and maple syrup and then I cooked the turkey in it, and that turkey was fantastic.
After that, I went ahead and added the baked beans with the corn, and then I went ahead and mashed them up until I got a nice.
For this episode, we decided like what makes like a sandwich. We were thinking to ourselves like what makes a sandwich. There's there's your bread, and then we figure like a vegetable of some kind, a spread of some kind, a condiment, and then like some meats. Like that's your like traditional regular sandwich, but then it's just like we need something to fill each of those voids. So for our bread we had the challah, for the meats we had the turkey and the bacon, because why not just use the leftover bacon from the previous episode.
Gonna put it on both sides, so
for our spread we had like the baked bean and corn mixture, and then for a condiment corn as the vegetable, and then for our condiment we had that blueberry chipotle sauce. Oh, we also had salmon in there. I forgot about the salmon.
Oh yeah, it smells amazing.
This episode was just kind of like we were like, we need to get this done in like an hour because we had dragged on too long with the other 2 episodes. And here we are, we're just making a sandwich here. Nothing super crazy behind the scenes about this episode, other than this was the first, like, we kind of hit it out of the park with this one, because this sandwich ended up being really, really good. I would highly recommend it. The only thing I wouldn't recommend is really the corn and the beans, or maybe just the corn. Like, there was something where we were just like, you know what, we went a little bit too far. But the turkey, fantastic. Bacon, fantastic. Salmon was cool. And the blueberry sauce really added, like, an extra flair to it.
Big glop of that. Spread it all over. There we go. Look at that.
The corn and beans thing kind of, it made it a little bit, it made it, like, too runny, I guess. It just kind of like, that was the thing that made us go, it could have been better, but this was the first episode where I realized, hey, we can really make, like, good stuff on this show. And since then, we've kind of, we've put a little bit more of a focus on making things that would be good, but, might surprise you. And we've done pretty well so far, but it's, this sandwich kind of changed the episode from being, or changed the series from being like a, like, let's just throw stuff together and maybe it's gross, to let's throw things together but, like, make an effort to make it good, I guess. So, it was a good episode for us, and really came as a surprise because we had just finished shooting episode 1, the dessert soup, and episode 4, the smoothie, and both of those were kind of lackluster. I myself got to try this sandwich, and it was pretty fantastic. If it just wasn't so huge, I would make it myself. Or maybe if a version of it was made in like sliders or something for a party, I think it would be pretty good.
All right. Let's go ahead and get one last layer of this delicious turkey.
Like a bunch of layers of meat. This is something like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo would eat. It's somehow a little less gross than that, though. This is almost a... We wanted to call this a surf and turf sandwich with the salmon being on there, but there's a lot more turf than there is surf, and, well, there's more water than there is land on Earth, so it's not truly a surf and turf, I guess. Maybe one day we'll do an episode like that. It's also almost a Thanksgiving sandwich having the turkey on there.
We're just gonna do one last coating on the top part of this bread with the rest of
I want to mention that it's really satisfying watching Craig spread this sauce on the bread. It's kind of like it's almost like he's painting it in a way. Like, just because the bread is just so white, and then there's such this nice color that the sauce gives it.
Look at that.
I just really appreciate the little things. This is almost like a Thanksgiving sandwich, though, as I was saying earlier. We were planning season 2 to have a Thanksgiving episode, but it looks like we might not be able to make it happen, unfortunately. So the finished sandwich here, I pointed out, actually kind of looks like, it looks a lot like Mayor McCheese, who for some reason shows up kind of often on the Beard Bros channel for no real reason. But Mayor McCheese appeared in our first video, the Happy Meal Challenge, and now this sandwich just kind of resembles his head, which is, I don't know, it's just a weird coincidence.
Oh, the bacon's fighting me.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, it's unfortunate that we won't, I don't think we'll be able to get a Thanksgiving episode planned, or at least shot this year due to my vacation and just shooting schedule conflicts. But maybe next time, I guess.
I think this is shaping up to be one.
Season 2, Episode 3, kind of like a stuffing, so I guess that counts. Meanwhile, we've got Craig eating this huge sandwich, and, man, the thing was, like, bigger than his head. It was crazy. But I'll tell you, just so many mixes of flavors on this sandwich. You got the corn, you got the beans, but then you got, like, a little bit of maple because of our syrup that we used off screen, a little bit of our bacon. You got the turkey in there, then you got like the salmon that had a little bit of spice to it, and then you got the sauce, it had a little kick. There's so many like flavors just attacking you in this, in this sandwich.
The bread, very soft, very tender.
It's a crazy, just mixture of flavor. A weird thing that I'm noticing watching these Craig's Kitchen episodes, at least for us behind the scenes, is like just looking at the food. They say you can't taste pictures, but or taste images, but when I see Craig holding this sandwich, I can definitely remember exactly what that sandwich tasted like, and that was quite a bit of a gauntlet, but it was good. So that is season 1, episode 2 of Craig's Kitchen. Join me maybe another time. I'm Joseph Payson, and I've been the behind-the-scenes guy all over Bearded Beer Bros, so we got some more content coming soon. Who knows? I also have a channel myself. Make sure to like and subscribe. See ya.